More than 260 people have died during clashes in Manipur since 2023. And just when we thought that there could be a closure to this kind of clashes and politics, Manipur has erupted once again.
मणिपुर जाने के लिए मैं नहीं समझता कि प्रधानमंत्री जी को कोई इनविटेशन की जरूरत है। जैसे G7 में भाग लेने के लिए इधर उधर से कहलवा करके इनविटेशन भेजा।
देख सकते हैं सालों हो गया, राहुल जी हमारे नेता कितनी बार वहाँ हो आए और प्रधानमंत्री जी को फुर्सत नहीं है अभी।
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of One Take, and as we talk about the 11th year of the Modi government or the completion of 1 year of Modi 3.0, does Manipur's lack of peace stand out like a sore thumb? There were many big ticket changes which were made in this beautiful state. The Chief Minister Biren Singh resigned, the President's rule was imposed. Ajay Bhalla, who was a Home Secretary and a close confidant and someone in whom the Home Minister Amit Shah has complete trust in, and who also has been important stakeholder as far as the Manipur issue is concerned, was sent there as a governor in hope that peace would finally return. Unfortunately, that's not been a case. And as the government is in a kind of a celebratory mood, it is the Congress party which will keep on raising Manipur issue to show the mirror to the government. And that's exactly what we are discussing this week. Is Manipur peace lost forever? Can there never ever be a closure to the kind of violent clashes between the Meiteis and the Kukis? Internet has been suspended into many parts of Imphal and other parts of Manipur as well. And this is after a Meitei leader was arrested. All hell broke loose on the ground. There was arson, there was fire, there were attacks on each other. And the government has tried to get a semblance of order in the state. But each time Manipur flares up, the Congress party points a finger at the central government and asks this question: why is it that a Prime Minister who has the time to travel to parts of the country, who has the time to travel overseas, has not yet taken time to reach out to Manipur or even go there? In fact, on the floor of the House in Parliament, every time Rahul Gandhi or the Congress leaders or the Trinamool Congress also raised this issue, the reply which always came in from the BJP and from the Home Minister is that we are monitoring the situation, things are under control. You know, these kind of clashes between Meiteis and Kukis is something which we have been able to control and negotiations are going on. The problem is that Manipur is like that part of the northeastern part of India, which also makes it even more vulnerable. But more than that, it makes the areas around it very vulnerable because of the China factor. Each time there's trouble in one of the states in the northeast of India, China takes advantage, or at least tries to take advantage. There are, of course, reports and disclosures which point out that perhaps China is stoking this kind of a trouble. Chinese eye on Arunachal Pradesh is something which we all have spoken about and reported about. There has been evidence which also has been given that possibly the Chinese have tried to, kind of fund one group which is creating trouble in Manipur or the other. But this is as far as the foreign policy goes. Of course, Rahul Gandhi's favorite topic also happens to be the fact that we have not been able to show the Lal Aankh to Manipur.
1.5 साल हो गए मणिपुर हिंदुस्तान का स्टेट है, मगर प्रधानमंत्री आज तक मणिपुर नहीं गए हैं। और मणिपुर में मैं गया हूं, मैंने अपनी आंखों से जो हो रहा है देखा है। नफरत के बाजार में मोहब्बत की दुकान। हमने मैसेज दिया कि अगर आप नफरत फैलाओगे तो आग लगेगी, और बीजेपी के लोगों ने नफरत फैलाई है और इसीलिए आग लगती है।
But more than that, each time there's a trouble which brews in this otherwise beautiful state, one of the land of the seven sisters, for the government it becomes a very vulnerable situation. Now we all know that how the government got a huge setback after the Pahalgam terror attack. Things have never ever been the same for them before, though Operation Sindoor has occupied center stage as far as the India-Pakistan conflict and as far as India's strategic and security policy is concerned. But there's always going to be one point which the opposition, particularly the Congress, will raise against the Modi government. Where was your Home Minister? Didn't he have any intelligence input? Didn't he have an inkling that the tourists could be vulnerable? And now add on to it is the Manipur factor. Every time that Manipur has shown a huge amount of casualty, which we are talking about 260 since 2023, which is in around 2 years, this is yet going to be another weak spot of the Home Minister, according to the Congress party. Every time the Modi government wants to celebrate, it very justifiably talks about Nari Shakti, that is women empowerment, how the economy has been good, and we've made giant strides, whether it is in the field of diplomacy or the defense, environment, ecology, space. It's Manipur which will always be used to show the mirror to the government. And that is why I leave you with this question. Is the Manipur story almost over? Is it nearly impossible now to bring about some peace between the Meiteis and the Kukis? Has there been such a level of distrust and lack of communication between two predominant tribal communities of Manipur that there is no other way out? For now, there's no elections in 2027, but the government clearly wants one anytime soon. Till then, the president's rule is going on. But this was Ajay Bhalla's biggest test. Has the man who has the eyes and the ears and the complete confidence of the Home Minister failed to deliver? What was the reason? Or is this just an aberration, as many sources within the state government administration point out? But as long as Manipur is burning, the Congress party will keep on asking those firing questions at the Modi government. They will certainly not let Modi celebrate his first year of Modi 3.0 and 11 years of being in power. But what about Manipur? What about the people of the state? They live in a state of uncertainty. Education, economic development, trade between one state and another, all of that gets hampered. So will Manipur always be the weak link of this government? Can peace ever return to Manipur? And where is it that the fault line lies? Is it with the state administration? Is it that it requires ASAP elections? Or does the Prime Minister need to go there to provide that healing touch? Do give in your responses on the social media timeline. Thank you so much for watching once again.